Harley, how old are you?
31.
31. What do you do for a living?
I work in mental health.
Mental health?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any kids?
No, absolutely not.
No kids. Where are you calling me from? Like, where do you live?
I stay in LA, but I'm from New Orleans.
Okay. You ever been married?
No, ma'am.
No. And what do you, okay, so Harley, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces. So we got Harley, LA, 31, Pisces. She works in mental health, no kids. What kind of man you looking for, boo?
Okay, so I am looking for someone who is considerate, someone thoughtful, someone who can communicate their needs, someone who's not avoidant of depth, not averse to depth, not overwhelmed by substance, somebody who is not avoidant of conflict. I notice a lot of people get a little skittish when it comes to confronting conflict. Someone who is honest, trustworthy, kind, sweet, reliable, a person of their word for sure, and someone with a high emotional intelligence.
Okay, what are your deal breakers?
Dang, she said a lot.
She did.
Girl,
yes, she
what?
did. I mean,
oh my God.
You breaking it down into too many terms. Like you just used all the internet talking points at once right there.
Emotional intelligence.
But not afraid of confrontation. Yeah, that one.
A resolution.
Yeah.
In your depth.
Intimidated by depth. Like they're so deep, spiritual and connected and on a higher plane. Just because you don't wear deodorant don't mean you spiritually in tune. God damn it.
I mean, she's giving earthy vibes. Like, yes. She one with the earth. She don't wear deodorant. Musty dreads. Candles. I'm just saying her dreads look like they might be musty. I'm just saying.
Them funky candles, hembe grease, all that. Smell like all that.
Yeah. She's giving that vibe. So we're going to see.
I'm sorry.
But
I said what I said.
She just said a lot, and my eye was twitching over here. Like, whew. Okay, let's see what her deal breakers are.
Let's see.
Somebody with kids, someone who doesn't believe in science, so like an anti-vaxxer. Somebody who's right-wing, conservative, moderate. Anybody who's not liberal or left-wing is a deal breaker.
Liberal, left-wing.
You don't want to date him?
Mostly no. I'm open to like hearing people's reasoning. If it's something that has to do with like, let's say maybe religion, or specifically if they're immunocompromised. So if they were to be vaccinated, they have a higher propensity for death or becoming sick, then I view that differently. But somebody who just like does not believe in science is a no for me. Somebody who wasn't vaccinated since a child, so then they would be likely to become sick if they were vaccinated now, that's different than someone who was vaccinated as a kid and now opts to not be vaccinated.
Y'all are doing too much.
Fair enough.
When did politics leak into dating? Like she said liberal and all this and like, all right, well, when as a kid, that's your immunization and your inoculation or whatever is based on your parents. Like they don't want you to get it, you ain't gonna get it. And some of that, some people believe that the inoculations that we got when we were kids leading you to be masculine and feminine and all that. There's a circle of belief in that. How you earthy and then you science. Like
my thing is the you got to believe in science. I mean, science is science, whether you believe in it or not.
Like religion, like
right. You don't have
to it.
It's still science. That's what makes it science. It's proven. It's backed up by research and facts.
Wow.
You got to believe in it. Like it's a religion. Like it's, ma'am.
I'm confused.
These are
not earthy, non-earthy. Or you earthy and science. You both earth science. 10th grade.
You let these modern women get a little education, and here they is using big words, and she talk about left wing, right wing. Kendra don't know if you talking about chicken wings.
Right. Kendra like, I like flats. I don't like the right or the left wing. I like flats.
Because she was looking confused. Left wing. Yeah, Kendra, that's what they did. Politics. We talking about politics, huh? But yeah, what you said about the vaccinations, like what if his parents said no, he's not getting vaccinated, and then he went his whole life without getting vaccinated? So we gonna blame him?
We're gonna blame him. He's a bad person. He's a non-believer. Or maybe even if he didn't want to take the jab now, okay, that's his choice. If he didn't want
that's your choice. But why do we? Okay, this is the problem that I'm having is when somewhere you're dating that we have to specify to the very particular detail what they can and can't do. Mm-hmm. You are a separate individual than me.
You are.
Do whatever you want to do. If you want to take the vaccine and I don't want to take the vaccine, ain't this my body, my choice?
Absolutely.
If it goes for women, it goes for men too. Right. His body, his choice. So we have in dating, we have specified to the very
natty detail. Yeah, the minutia. He's got to drink he's got to put the cereal before he puts the milk.
Who cares? Right. I don't care. I don't care if you use Colgate toothpaste and I use Crest.
Fluoride, that's on you, man.
I don't care. We just gotta buy 2 different toothpastes when we go grocery shopping and whatnot.
And then you be so focused on the little things that the big picture doesn't add up. You know what I mean?
Right. Thank you, babe.
You're not even in the right alignment. Like you could be aligned. We don't have to be step like legs tied together like a sack race. We just got to be going the same direction.
The same way.
Like
the same values.
Like, you might like pork rinds. I don't. I don't care. Like that's your thing. Like,
no. You gotta like Doritos, the nacho cheese Doritos. You can't like the ranch one.
Red. You gotta be the red cool Doritos. Ranch.
This is a red Doritos house.
Right.
Not a Cool Ranch house.
That. Right.
Come on now. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all. That's perfect how you said it. We focus on the small details and we not worried about character.
Right. In the overall sense.
Character needs to come first.
Right.
And then we figure out the rest.
Character. Like politics.
That's just how you align yourself. That's just
that's politics. Like that's different. Like character, like she ain't say nothing about not really much about that to me.
So you gotta. My thing is, I always thought you didn't have to tell anybody who you voted for. So she's gonna come in there and ask you, "Oh, did you vote for Trump or did you vote for Biden?" Now, tell me who you voted for. Nah, ma'am, I ain't sharing my ballot with you.
Right. And that's why one person go in that booth at the time. Like,
was it Trump or was it Biden?
Who you filled in? Who you voted for?
Or was it somebody else? Because we left wing over here. Huh.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then again, when you don't align perfectly, then they want to throw some ism or phobe on you. Oh, you're this and you're that. Motherfucker, I just don't like pork rinds. Motherfucker, that don't make me a bad person. I just don't like this, or I'm, you right wing, I'm left wing. Great. When we get along, we get together, we get along perfectly fine. Politics is aside. That's outside of the house or whatever. I don't think that should be a deal breaker. That's just me. Maybe y'all in the comments. Let me know. Y'all, you won't date somebody who on the other side of the political coin than you. That's perfectly fine.
That's up to you. That's up to you. Like we don't, like you said, we don't have to take every step together. Now we should be of like-minded, but every single thought don't have to be the same.
No. and y'all trying. This I'm gonna use her as an example, and this is a example of the modern and for the most part of the older woman. Y'all want to nail it down to be like so. What's the word? Like you trying to natty it down, and if y'all link in those little small areas that really don't matter, like you focus on the wrong shit. Yeah, like and if he line up right, if he's team red, oh well, he's the one. But you didn't think about the bigger picture, the other, the larger picture, the things that really are gonna matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your position is your position, not trying to sway you in any way. But did you see the news article that came out last week that said that the increase of deaths, some have been linked to being vaccinated?
I haven't seen the news article, but I think also there's a lot of propaganda in general that tends to come out where if it's a point of controversy or contention or something new, that people tend to link it to that. And I think people die from a lot of other reasons too. And again, I feel like because it's a newer thing, people are more inclined to link it to such as opposed to a myriad of other factors that could play a role.
Okay, fair enough. Your position is your position. So the guy
word salad.
Black. All shades of black. I would say honestly, no lighter than Stephen Curry.
No,
I mean, how much lighter can you get?
It was pretty
He's
light.
the lightest.
But all shades of black. I wouldn't say. When I say black, I don't want to be specific. So like an American black man.
An American
an Americanized black man. So it could be a black man who, let's say his family is from Jamaica, but he's been in America, was born in America. So he has like duality in terms of alignment with culture.
Is what
Jamaica,
she's trying
but
to
also
say.
American culture. That or someone
very
who's
patriotic,
born in America and their parents from America, and
We have a paid question for you. Just Shay Talkin said, even though we are out of the pandemic era, you still hold not being vaxxed against him, even if he's healthy, even if he's everything you are looking for.
That's a good question, Jay.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
and me being forthcoming, I'll say I've stopped asking. Even though we are still technically in a pandemic, but it's just not talked about as often. I think because it's been normalized and the expectation, and we've kind of adapted to what the world is now. But also because I work in the healthcare field, that's also why I'm pretty adamant. But I'll say, and me being forthcoming, I've stopped asking people about it. If he wasn't vaccinated and if he is healthy and it's not due to not believing in science, then that's different.
What?
Oh my God.
But if he's not vaccinated because he's just
me.
Anti-vaccine, period, and not just COVID, but anti-all vaccines, then that's a deal breaker still. Because then he wouldn't be everything I'm looking for.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's keep going. What was the last question I asked you? Okay, look.
Y'all,
she got
it's gonna be hard
when the thing hit. When the thing hit, she got spooked. That's what happened. Like in a nutshell. Let's surmise what happened here. Pandemic hit, everything shut down. She was spooked out her goddamn mind, and now you this vax freak, and you defending it, and no, it's keeping us alive and safe. Some people just didn't buy in, or some people took the stance of, you know what, I'll wait and see. Let's let it play out. You know what I mean? So what you're saying is wrong. Then she said the reason why you're not vaccinated. I would have to play that probably 4 times to catch what she said. She lost me. Totally.
And she says a lot of word salad. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be hard getting through this one because she's saying a whole lot of nothing.
She damn sure did. Maybe she did and I didn't catch it. Maybe I'm slow. Sometimes you question yourself. I thought I'm, somewhat of decent intelligence and I can keep up with the conversation, but she totally left me on the corner.
A whole bunch of nothing.
Shit. Like,
let's continue because this gonna be hard to get through.
Should he make a certain amount of money?
I would just want him to have all of his own things. So like his own space, like living space, and even if that means he has roommates, but his own space, he can't be staying with his people. His own car, which I feel kind of is like a obvious. But you know, if you live in somewhere like New York, then you don't really need a car, and that's different. Because before I moved to LA, I was actually staying in Oakland for like 3 years, and then I lived in New York for about 6 years. So I like to move around a lot.
Nomad.
But somebody with his own stuff, somebody who's independent. But if I had to put a number, I'd say 70K and up.
Okay, 70K and up. What is the age range you would date? You're 31.
I would say 29 to 38.
Okay, should he be in LA?
Preferably. If not, state of California is cool.
Okay. Harley, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay.
Let's see what she got on.
Yeah. Got clothes on at least.
Okay, looks like you're in good shape.
Oh, hold on. You can see my legs. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
tattoo.
Okay. We see you, Harley.
Dragon?
Do you want kids one day?
No, ma'am.
You don't want kids?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Or no.
So can the guy have kids already?
No.
So
I would be looking for someone who doesn't have kids and doesn't want kids. Okay. Like somebody who's more of
about you,
either they could live without having kids, but not somebody who's like, absolutely, I want kids. So either you don't want them or you're okay with never having.
What the fuck?
Okay. I'm confused. And you don't want them to have kids already?
No. Unless they're adults, but then his age would likely be higher than my range if that were the case.
Okay. What was your last relationship?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'll pass.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Anxiety. I think my anxiety kind of manifests in different ways. And so
with the
sometimes that can look like thought rumination about things that have happened already or worries about things in the future. Also kind of a control freak in a sense. Not control as in like controlling of another person, but control like I'm hyper independent. I'm used to things in my space being the way that it is. Any man who's looking for, and this is a deal breaker part, but any man who's looking for a woman who is quote unquote submissive or will utilize the term submissive or feminine or even the trio of feminine fit, that's a no. And it has to be a really progressive man.
We found another one.
What is that undefeated, man? What does that got to do with your anxiety, though? If Kevin Samuels gave you anxiety,
man. Come on now. Oh God, man.
Help me. I need a
sedative. We gotta get the sedatives before we do these shows, man.
I need a sedative, y'all. Please help. Sit. Let me stop.
The trio. See? He's haunting y'all.
If you mention Kevin Samuels,
he's haunting y'all. That's how you keep him away. It's like vampires and garlic. Start bringing up them talking points. The 3 F's would have ran this bird away a long time ago.
I'm not submissive or fit friendly. Anything. Don't mention Kevin Samuels at all. I want to know how we was talking about your anxiety. And we got to Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels causing you anxiety from the green?
I'm telling you, he's haunting y'all. He's haunting y'all.
Okay. Let me, because I think she's going to go into the masculine part. Let me see.
But flaws, so anxiety. I would say I can be perceived as really serious if you don't know me. Though I like to laugh a lot, but it has to be the type of humor that I'm into. The third one, I would say I can be a little rigid sometimes with certain things. Like I'm very used to my routine. And so getting me out of that routine or getting me to try something new food-wise, I'll try like anything adventurous-wise, but food-wise,
an anxious,
so you don't want to try
rigid
food
control
that you're not familiar with.
Not necessarily that I'm not familiar with, but food if it's not aesthetic.
That got the dark sense of humor, probably.
This is insane and masculine against feminine and friendly. Like the third F is the one that the friendly part. Like, why are you against friendly? Like, we gotta be adversarial. Like,
oh my God. And then not trying new food. So she wanted them chicken tenders and eat
at
pizza all the time.
Right? Yeah, give me a burger. Everywhere we go, we get a burger, right?
Chicken tenders, pizza, and burgers every time she go out. Look at Kendra looking at her. Kendra tired.
Kendra is. Kendra eye look like she looking like motherboard. Like her shit twitching. Girl.
She got me twitching. Like, girl, you have said a lot.
She did. A lot and a lot of nothing. I'm still rigid, on the corner from where she left me a few minutes ago.
And I'm anxious.
And rigid, anxious, control freak. Who's not friendly, feminine. Right. I'm done.
Who's signing up for this?
I'm done. Y'all, man, look, man.
Who is signing up for this? And you can't have no kids. You can't want no kids.
You can't want no kids. You can't have no kids. You ain't getting no kids.
You can't have, you literally, you might as well deal with a dude that's blank.
Right. She just want a cutout, a cardboard cutout. That's what she wants.
Because, I mean, a man's mind might change later on. Like, he's at 30, he may not want to have kids. But now he's 40 and he realized his legacy. I don't have a legacy.
What's wrong with him already doing that? Like, I had a wife, I had 2 kids, I'm done. You know what I mean? They're going to be growing up. We good. We just move on. He already satiated his appetite. So he might not want any more kids. But he just can't have none at all.
She said that's going to be out of her age range then.
No, I'm not saying the kids are old. Let's say she's 31. Let's say it was a dude 35. He's got 2 kids. He was married, whatever. If he wasn't, let's say he had his 2 kids already, and he's got that out of his system. I got my kids. I don't want to have any more kids. We could move on. Like, why wouldn't you deal with that?
But the other stipulation is if that's the case, then they have to be adult kids.
I caught that, but what I'm saying is why? Like, why does that? I don't know. Like, that's that control shit.
Okay, like, yeah, she want to control everything. Yeah, so
like, why he can't have had his kids already? Like, all right, he did that already. He don't want no kids with you. He don't want no more kids going forward. But he got what he wanted. Like, it's about her. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, it's what I want and what that's the control shit. Again, undercover narcissist. Like, that's what that is. Like, you narking on the low. You in disguise. Like, everything has to revolve around you. Like, that don't matter to you. If he had kids before he met, what difference does it make? Let him have his kids or whatever. He did that already. It's out of his system, and he's going about his business. Like, he can't have kids, want kids, desire, none of that shit. Like, that's crazy. It's rare I hear that. Like, and again, why is that? She said it, but I still didn't catch what she said. I had to listen to this again. She fucked me up. She messed me up in this whole thing. Like, she swung me like 3 different times. I was lost. She left me on the corner. I can't deal with these slick talking, word salad, confused. You know what I mean? Throwing words at you. I'm trying to figure out what you said. Now I'm even more confused. Like, she's a wicked one here, man. Watch out for these types. Fake earthy science. Control guru narcissist. I'm just throwing the words at you now. Like,
let's continue.
Oh God.
Aesthetically pleasing, because there are some foods that I hear taste good, but I won't try it if I don't like how it looks. So it has to be a food that looks appealing to me, or like an extension of a food that I already know that I like.
And a man that desires a woman that is fit and feminine. If he says that, he's a turn off to you.
I'm putting him in there again.
He can say fit, but I think the combination of fit, feminine, but it's specific more so to submissive, fit, feminine. Just because
was the quote.
In my understanding, that's very much Kevin Samuels' rhetoric. Usually that comes from a guy who's more on the misogynistic end of things. And I'm not looking to be led by anybody. I'm not looking to be guided. I'm not looking to submit to anybody. I want to be a partner.
A partner.
So let's take the words separately. If a man says he wants a submissive woman, you don't want to be with that man.
No, ma'am.
It's a big no for me.
If he wants to be with a fit woman, that wouldn't turn you off.
Right.
If he wanted to be with a feminine woman, that wouldn't turn you off.
That would. She said
it depends
feminine.
on how he would define feminine. Only because,
oh my God,
specifically,
How many definitions of feminine is it? It's feminine. Femininity, woman, feminine.
Oh my
it's
God.
one fucking circle of it. Like, I don't get what you're saying. Like, what's up with you, shorty?
Y'all see, making my eye twitch.
Nah. This is, you know what?
I'm
gonna put the positive spin on this. You see what the good brother, the Godfather, God rest his soul. You see what he did to y'all? He fucked y'all up bad. Y'all are confused. Like, it's not me. I'm not confused. She's confused. That's all that is. He got y'all in y'all feelings. That those words he used and the way he put it out there to y'all. Like I said, you know, if you know, you know. He didn't invent hardly anything he said. He didn't come up with that. He wasn't off the top of his wit, but he knew how to poke it at you, how to put it to you where it affected y'all. And after he gone and all that, you know, he had a in y'all's conscious or whatever, he had a short run. But his impact, immense on both of these birds, on the host and on this one here. He fucked y'all up bad. He did you dirty. Got kudos. He's undefeated. Still, in his death, he got you so messed up that y'all are fighting against what he was telling you so much that you don't even know that it's beneficial for you. You're fighting against a fight that you shouldn't even be fighting. It's insane. I love it. Beautiful. It's beautiful. He beat y'all, and y'all ain't gonna beat him. Y'all can talk about him and try to misquote him and spin his little quotes around and say it's this and it's that. He got you. He beat you. He was undefeated in life, and he's even more. His legend is growing in depth by these dumbasses that come on these shows like this. Like, he says depends what he defines as feminine. Femininity, feminine, only has one like path, like this one way. Like, it ain't no mixed. Oh, you're confused. It's not feminism. Feminism is confusing and has all these avenues and doors and all that. Femininity, feminine is just one way. It's a direct path. It's like the submission got frazzled if he used the word submissive. Oh, she probably don't even mess around, hang with women who use the word submissive. Y'all got the words confused. Y'all don't even know what they mean. Y'all just fighting against it because that's what the homie said or what y'all perceive that he said. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it.
I don't identify as being, I'm more aligned with my masculine energy than my feminine energy. And that's just me being very forthcoming about it. And so when I hear feminine, I interpret that as like almost excessive softness. While I have, of course, feminine qualities and I can be nurturing and supportive and loving, I don't subscribe to necessarily.
I don't see it, right?
So of course, again, I have a mix of both, but I'm more aligned in my masculine energy than the feminine.
Okay, so with that being said, one would say that you need a beta male, a man that wouldn't mind you in the leading position. So do you think that's the type of man that would work best for you?
I don't think I necessarily subscribe to that because a beta male, or by, I guess, definition of beta male would mean that I didn't have to lead, even though I'm comfortable with leading, but I'm seeking more of a partner.
But you just said you don't want to be led. So
I don't want to be led. No.
So if you don't want to be led and you don't want him to be the leader, then who leads the relationship?
Is it not possible to just be partners? Because the way that I'm viewing it is the idea that you don't have to lead, I don't have to lead, or even taking turns in leading. But I guess I don't view it as leading. I view it as like we're both equals in it. And so I could decide I want to do this and you go along with that, and you decide, okay, well, I kind of want to do that, and then I could go along with that.
So you guys, let's talk about the money. So you split the bills equally too?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, is that the kind of situation you desire?
You better stand on that. You better stand on it.
Everything. Your 50-50 partnership.
50-50.
50-50 bills as well.
Stand on it. Stand your ground.
Okay, you know you got some paid questions.
Come on, cousins. Come on, cousins.
Pay the bills.
Come on with it. Where's L-double-I? L-double-I, come on with it.
Okay, L-double-I said, respectfully, are you a robot?
Wouldn't be possible with the work that I do. I work with people on a day-to-day basis.
Ooh. Shut up, L-double-I. She said, oh Lord, we got a feminist on our hands.
No, we don't. I wouldn't even give her that. I wouldn't even give her a feminist.
I'm going to read them first. Okay, this one. G. Hyundai said, health is wealth, but you're average in LA and you don't want kids. How is a man supposed to look past all the baddies in LA and select you?
That's crazy.
I'm not responsible for your perception of me. You can perceive me to be average, and that's cool, but I don't want you anyway. So what we doing?
How you know? How you know?
Next. This one said, fellas, take notes. Just because a girl looks good and speaks well don't mean a thing. This girl is crazy as the day is.
Shout out to the brothers.
Your choices. Like, and that person wasn't even specific on what they would identify as crazy. But there are a lot of cousins and people that watch that I don't align with in any way, shape, or form. So
I bet
you know. Not the ones for you anyways. Pharaoh Kingdom said, all these demands, but won't give the man a legacy. Good luck.
The man I want would foresee legacy as not just in a human form, but he could create his own legacy through business or otherwise.
Girl, you gotta come back for everything y'all saying. Chance the Chief said, people change after marriage. If your husband's views or beliefs change after time, would you divorce him?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Well, I guess it depends on the view or belief change. Like, is this a core change, like part of identity? Or is this like, because I subscribe to people evolving over time too. Just like he'll change over time, so will I. And so I would anticipate, well, one, I don't view like a marriage or relationship or otherwise ending as fault of either party. I view it as simple incompatibility. So like, I could be compatible with this person right now with who I am now and who they are right now. And then later in time, maybe we aren't compatible anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't take it as a failure on my part or their part. So, but to your question, I guess it depends on the beliefs or views that change.
This is horrible.
Okay.
This is great. This is great.
Okay, we did that one. This one also says she need to date a politician respectfully. Okay. Coach King.
Oh my God. This is a mental health professional, y'all.
So this is somebody you will give you counsel when you're going through something, right? This is supposed to be the person to help you get on track. And she's just nutty as squirrel shit. Like, come on now.
Oh my God, she is loony. Like, oh my God.
Come on now. Come on, guys. Who be licensing these folks? How you get these titles? And they probably pay good too.
This is why I always say, do not marry these type of women. Because look how she just viewed divorce. We're just not compatible anymore.
We were, and this time, and then we evolved, and then I turned into a Pokemon, and now I got a whole new set of views. Another pandemic or something breaks out. Now she's anti-vax when she was pro-vax. When you got married, yeah, all that. Yeah, I see it. I could see.
The science says that we shouldn't get the vaccine now.
Right.
Come on now. She's just going to go with the science of it all.
Lord have mercy. Pray.
Science says that I should divorce you.
Pray. Let's pray. Let us pray.
Stay away from women like this. If you see this loony archetype, stay away.
Yep.
There's gonna be nothing but heartbreak.
I have nothing to add to that. I'm gonna stand on everything you're saying is right, Queen. Everything.
I don't see it going well. I just don't. Like, unless you loony too. So by all means proceed. But let's continue.
King Rod said, it's funny how liberals believe they are the gatekeepers of science. Science does not have a political disposition. The truth has no agenda.
I don't know that I brought up politics at all. I think all I said was liberal, and if you want me to specify, I can. So when I say liberal, I don't mean under necessarily Democratic Party or otherwise. I mean a person who's progressive in belief. So that means these are deal breakers. Somebody who's not homophobic, transphobic, xenophobic, any of that. So someone left wing.
Well, this one agrees with you on something you said, so I definitely want to bring them.
You gotta search hard for one person that fucking back this up.
Infoco said, it is possible to be partners and both can lead. That does not make a man a beta. Okay. So
until
this person agrees with you
now he's a beta
and says that is possible. All right.
I don't think it is.
I asked you your last
relationship. Good until you got to do it.
And you asked me flaws. And then I don't know if we went after.
Okay, I think I went to the questions. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
So I am somebody who's dynamic. I'm well-rounded. I'm intelligent. I'm kind, I'm compassionate, I'm supportive, I'm loving, I'm audacious in all the best ways. I'm certain of myself, I'm confident, I'm honest, I'm very direct. I'm not misleading in any way, shape, or form. I'm very straightforward. I'm reciprocal. So I believe in giving back what I receive twofold in that regard. I'm effective in my communication. I confront issues, and I am someone who believes in the issue and relationships being the issue and not my partner being the issue. So I'm all about being a team to combat that issue. I'm well-spoken / articulate. I have a vast vernacular. I am loyal, and I'm a good person, I think, at the end of the day. And I'm someone who I've recognized as an anomaly in the sense that I'm still somebody out here who's open to depth with people. Like, I don't enjoy surface level conversations. I enjoy really getting to know somebody for who they are as a person and going forward with that. I'm also not a person who ghosts people. I don't believe in ghosting unless it's a circumstance where, let's say,
I mean, you're a mental health professional. I would hope that you have some type of depth to you.
She's bringing her work home with her. She's trying to read you and analyze you instead of just you being you. She because you do this, there's some kind of root and core. Oh, well, that's because this and this and that. Science.
Freud says
right.
that
and isms and all of that. And she probably heavy into, oh, well, you have all these, the 3-letter symptoms and this HD and she ended all that nonsense, man, giving you all these titles and putting all these labels on you and all that. She's trying to read you instead of just letting you be you, she be her, and we can progress through there. Like, it's a constant reading, like, the issues, and she said the relationship and not the person. Like, she got too much going on. I'm done with her. I'm good on this whole thing. God damn it. Harley, the goddamn nutty ass mental health professional. Frustration.
It's emotionally unsafe to be direct about it, or physically unsafe to do that. But aside from that, I'm a relatively compassionate and understanding individual. So people can disagree with whatever my politics or my beliefs or otherwise, and that's cool, and they're just not the people for me. I don't take that as a personal thing against me. I'm well adjusted in who I am, and I'm super self-reliant.
Okay. Self-reliant as in you can rely on yourself.
100%.
No. What else does it mean, Kendra?
Gonna be just finding
simple and complex.
Person that has
date in a goddamn conversation right here.
Right? It's one thing to have because basically some of your non-negotiables that I heard is you like a person that was vaccinated, a person, ideally a person for you that does not have kids nor wants kids, a man who does not want a submissive woman, a man that's willing to be a partnership. You had a couple other things. So it's like, let's say you find a guy that doesn't want kids, but he's vaccinated. That's how you find the guy who's been vaccinated, but he got kids. It's like, I think your challenge is going to be to find this one human being that literally has
more challenges than that, Kendra.
Non-negotiables. I think I think you can find your non-negotiables, but it's going to be finding one human being that has all of them.
And I think with that, I'm very comfortable with myself. So I'm not willing to, certain things I'm not willing to bend on. Like the vaccination thing, that is a strong preference. And again, it goes back to just whether they believe in science or not. But then their reasoning for not being.
If you so comfortable in all what you say and you believe all this goddamn nonsense you just spit, what the fuck you doing on Kendra's show? Just be comfortable in being who you are and not having nobody. You think you're going to find somebody who fit into this goddamn little ass box you just fucking painted out here? It's this big. It's between your two pinkies height and probably the width of the length of your taint. It's a box that big, a little tiny itty bitty square that somebody's got to fit in, and you'll be comfortable with that. You ain't comfortable being by yourself. You're not comfortable in just being you and all this magic nonsense that you just spit out. As if you was, you wouldn't be on Kendra's show. So cut the grandstanding out. Your ass can't find nobody because you're too busy reading people. Continue on with the damn show. I'm done.
Vaccinated, specifically COVID vaccinated. Now, if it's the other ones, that's a deal breaker 100%. But if it's specifically COVID, then that's a conversation. But aside from that, I think it's just certain things there's some wiggle room for. And so I'm not an unreasonable person. Like there are some things that I'll bend on, and other things I'm like, absolutely not. Like the kids is an absolutely not thing for me, just because I feel it doesn't align with the life that I want for myself. And if there's somebody who I meet and that, you know, that's what they perceive for themselves and that's really important, I love that for them and I want them to have that. They won't have it with me, but I would love them to have that with the person they can have that with, respectfully. And like, there's nothing wrong with it. So I think we've now cultivated a world where there are people, increasingly more people, who don't want kids or don't see the value in having kids, or who still really want kids, or are like hit or miss, whatever. And so I'm just somebody who just strongly does not want kids.
Okay. No, fair enough. We got some more paid questions. Do you want them?
Yes, ma'am. Go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna let you decide. Let me try to vet some of them first. Hendrick said, so you want a man that doesn't want kids, wants a woman who acts like a man, but you disagreed when Kendra said you want a beta. LOL, you don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
You want a gay bi man.
Thank you. You don't know what you're talking about.
What you're saying is that masculine is synonymous with man and they're not mutually exclusive. So how about we learn definitions? Secondly, as far as a bi man, I'm not opposed to dating a bi man because I'm a progressive woman, as I said. So either way, but no, it doesn't have to be a beta man, because I want someone who also can be assertive and knows what they want too, and has confidence too, and is self-reliant too. So somebody who's similar.
So I know who's the perfect man for Neil.
Our friend Neil. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Y'all remember Neil, where he hadn't been with a woman in 20 years? And he was living an alternative lifestyle, shaking his stuff. That's the man for her. I don't know, Neil, if he vaccinated or not, but she's open. We was like, what woman would date a bi man or whatever? Well, we found one.
So, if masculine is not synonymous with men, who is it synonymous with? Oh God!
Know your definitions.
I know the original. I don't know the new age modern definition at whatever rainbow dictionary that you found.
Progressive,
that in. Excuse me. The progressive definition. I don't know that. I know the original text. When I read it when I was young, what it said, da 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 and da da da. There was a, it had a certain. It was branded a certain way back in the day. Nowadays, I'm out of touch. I gotta be. She said, "Know your definitions." Like masculinity ain't never been associated with men. Never. We just all had it wrong the whole time. Just 3,000 years of goddamn time, millions of years in the Stone Age, when the man had to go beat the goddamn saber tooth over the head. That was feminine. This is what she's trying to tell me.
I don't know what definition and dictionary she's coming from, but masculinity, qualities or attributes regarded as characteristic of men or boys.
That's the official definition, right?
Yes, from the Oxford languages.
So she said, know your definitions. Okay. The Oxford Dictionary from the Queen's English from way back. Right? Okay. Just want to make sure.
And some of the similar words is maniless.
Mannish should be in there. Put mannish.
Maleness. Toughness. Strength.
Wow.
So
know your definition, she said.
Masculine is equal to men.
And again,
femininity is equal to women.
Let's bring this back again, and let's not be remiss to mention this point. She's supposed to be the person to help you when you're off track. So this is when somebody's having a, you're up and down, your mental state is off. You're gonna go talk to somebody like this. That's why we fucked up now. This is why we're in this position now. the authorities and not the authorities, excuse me, the psychiatric and the science people and all that, they're off. Like, if this the person that's gonna help you, she just sent me into a mental health crisis. How's she gonna help me? You gonna send me? I'm going through something. You gonna send me to her and send me into a whole nother kind of spiral? Talk about the definitions and woo. This is crazy. I'm done. Queen, you know what? You can finish the show by yourself. Let me know when it's the time for the final thoughts, because I'm done. I'm totally done with this woman. I'm done. She pissed me off. Send me into a rage. I'm done.
All right, I'll go play it to the end.
Please do.
To me, quite frankly, and I'm okay with that. But again, everybody doesn't have to understand it, and that's cool.
Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure. I don't want to go too deep here, but I'll just ask it and we'll keep going. Shaniqua Headley said, "Do you believe in God?"
Oh, this is a good one. I am someone who identifies as agnostic. I don't actually subscribe to a specific religion.
Okay. All right. Ty said, I'm so glad to see a Black feminist on the show.
That's nice. Thank you, Ty.
Okay. All right. Well, the time has come. Let's do it, Harley. We put you to the fire enough. How can the guy reach out to you?
You can reach me on Instagram at Harleen Q. So HarlenQutte.
Okay. Have you downloaded the Kendra G Singles dating app yet?
I have not, but I am in the process of doing so.
Okay. Download the app and also make a profile there. I am extending the grace, but everyone should download the app and set up their profile, because there is going to come a time eventually where that will be the only contact info you can give out. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. We're gonna go. If I ask the question, it's enough for that. All right, Harley. You definitely keep me posted. I would like to hear back from you.
I appreciate you having me, and I appreciate all the questions from everybody all the same.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Final thoughts.
I don't even know what to think anymore. I'm confused. She fucked me up bad with this one, man. These Disney Lizzies. Whew, man.
Okay.
I don't know. Man.
Okay.
Go ahead, please, Queen. Please, Queen.
Why are you getting your final thoughts? Okay, she said agnostic. Like that means that she don't subscribe to a certain religion. That doesn't mean you're agnostic, though. By definition, it means a person who believes that nothing is known. Hold on. Or can be known of the existence or nature of God or anything beyond material phenomena. A person who claims neither faith nor disbelief in God. So basically, they can't say they believe in God or they don't believe in God because they don't know. That's an agnostic, not someone that don't subscribe to religion. There is people that don't subscribe to religion, but they believe in God. That doesn't make them agnostic, from my understanding. Okay, whatever. Since she's talking about know your dictionary and know your definitions, I mean,
like
that's
we wrong. Like we got it wrong.
That's the definition that I just read. So a person that can't disprove or prove that God exists would be an agnostic, not someone that don't subscribe to religion. But hey, that's her definition. We know she being progressive.
Yeah.
Anyways.
This is what happens when you get somebody in a room who thinks they're smarter than everybody else. You know what I mean? She thinks that she just has a level of intelligence that's so much higher. You know, deep. She thinks she's so deep and she can change the definitions on the fly and they mean different words. And this is crazy. And like the homie said, I think it was LWI, she's crazy. Like she's just nuts. Like her whole existence is to be like a counterculture kind of individual. She's like this is not a natural position for her. She's putting on a whole act. This is when you're trying to act smart instead of actually being smart. You understand what I'm saying? This is fake intelligence instead of actual intelligence. And her whole diatribe was just so wooden and stiff. It's like, yeah, you two, you are rigid. I give her this. She was self-aware when she said she was an anxious, rigid control freak. Who wants to deal with that? Like, fellas, stay away. Those are the worst types. That one right there, those are the worst types. You could be with 304s and 304s. At least they have a benefit. You have no benefit messing with a woman like that. There's nothing good to come of it. You're not going to get anything out of it but a headache and to be slapped with some kind of phobia or ism when she can't use you the way she want, or you don't fit in her little tiny itty bitty tiny box. I hate these type of motherfuckers. I really do. Now, hate is a strong word, but it's that people stand with this nonsense. Like, I don't like people who do that. Like, that's very disingenuous. She's trying to change the definition of these words and trying to make you seem like you're crazy. Narcissism. Did y'all like to throw that word around? But that was it. That was a good look at it. You don't know what you're talking about, but you're going to make everybody else seem like they're crazy. Everybody can't be wrong about the same thing. So we can get that out the way too. She pissed me off. This one was left a sour taste in my mouth. Definitely.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why I like to go to the definitions, because what I realize is with these modern women, they'll make up their own definitions. Like, we just read them. This is what the internet, this is what the Oxford Languages says. By definition, masculinity is traits and attributes associated with men or boys.
She said, no, your definitions. Like, we had it wrong.
I don't know what type of progressive dictionary she's looking at.
I'm saying.
But that's not the dictionary I
know and grew up on, right. And I got quizzed on, and what does this mean? I had to go know those words and things of that nature. That didn't say that when I was coming up. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So basically, you a man. You said you're masculine and you're not feminine and you can't be submissive and all of that. You're a man.
In my book.
So, and then she just so adverse to submissive and can we not work together and be partners? Partnership does not exist in a heterosexual relationship. It just don't. That's not the order of the relationship. Y'all can try to be, since the word is progressive.
Yep.
Try to be a progressive as much as y'all want.
Right.
But that's not how the Most High, the Lord, intended relationships, marriages to work.
It always been follow the leader, not follow the partner.
And it's the husband. The husband is the leader.
Bingo.
So y'all want these partnerships. And partnerships used to be associated with the alternative lifestyle. They
still is.
Yeah, but we as heterosexual people have taken their terms and used it for us. Let them have their terms. If that's what they want to use, that's what they want to use. And I understand why they use partnership.
I do
because everything is equal. It's a man and a man.
A woman and a woman.
Equal. Like, it's a woman and a woman. It's equal.
We are on the same footing. In that case,
you can cook, I can cook. You pay the bills, I pay the bills. It makes sense for them.
Does not make sense for us.
I'm not trying to argue that. It makes sense for them.
That's fine. That's their lifestyle, not mine.
That's why they say a partnership. And it was once a time when they couldn't get married, so they would say their partner. They couldn't say their spouse because marriage was outlawed and whatever. So now they can say their spouse, their husband, their wife. But it used to be a time where they could only say my partner. So now we have like hijacked their terms, and now we're using it for heterosexual relationships. Why? That doesn't make sense for us.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's for that type of lifestyle. It doesn't fit in this heterosexual lifestyle. It does not.
It doesn't work.
It does.
So some things is not a one size fits all, and that's okay.
It's nuance. There's nuance to life,
right?
Like, that's part of the reason we do this show, because a lot of y'all are too rigid. There is nuance. You have to take that into account. Like, there is certain things that work on one side, certain things that doesn't work on the other side. It's just a part of life. That's real.
That's just life, and we're here to tell you what is and what isn't.
Right.
So that partnership is not going to work in heterosexual relationships and marriages. Somebody got to lead. It sounds real good.
So you got to do it. So you got to lead this man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
on paper,
he got no answers
good.
for you. Yeah. So you have to be the breadwinner and the provider, and then it's a problem. It sounds good till you actually have to execute.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So somebody got to be the leader. And most of the times you want him to be the leader because you ain't leading no man. You ain't having no man laying up on your couch and you got to go work 12-hour shifts and pay the bills. You going to say that's a lousy man.
Yep, absolutely. 100%.
That's a no good, 100%. Good for nothing man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But he's your partner though.
All right. It's always been follow the leader, never follow the partner. I never heard that.
So that's why I said I don't want no partnership. It's marriage. Definitely. I'm following T, like he's the leader.
And marriage has a teamwork. It doesn't matter everybody has a role in this situation. That's how the business of family works. Yeah, this partnership situation, that's poppycock. That's for business. That's not for personal kind of situations.
Right. There is a hierarchy. There is a structure. There's an order. Definitely. To how we do things.
Definitely.
So
we all fit in where we all get in where we fit in, and that's how it's going to work. It's no other way that thing is going to have a positive result without leadership and dictation. Like I said, it's always been follow the leader, not follow the partner. Like partnership, everybody on the same foot, and it's kind of chaotic.
Right. And the thing is, it doesn't mean that we as women can't say nothing. Like of course I have a voice. 100%. I speak up. I say things that I feel, but the decision is his ultimately.
Here we go.
Because he's the leader.
We do it. That's just how it works. Like you know what I mean? He's not a silent partner, and I trust their counsel. Like I trust when you bring something to the table that is for the right reasons.
I trust that you got the best interests of our relationship or our future at heart.
That's how I feel the same way. That's exactly how I feel. Like that's why I guess we have the chemistry and where we at with ours right now. So because we're on that same accord. Like I feel the same way. The same thing you just said. I feel the same way about you. The best interest. It's not a personal. I'm getting mine and I'm doing this for me. We're not in that.
No, it's situation. For us. Yeah. Like we're doing this for us.
We could respect each other's individuality. Everything I do, you don't have to do. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for you. Things you do, I don't have to do.
Right. You might
the difference and the similarities at the same
time. You might want to go on roller coasters. I'm gonna stay on the ground. I'll take pictures. Like
that's fine.
Right. That's fine.
So, exactly. It's no beef. Oh, you don't want to go on this. No, you don't want to do that. That's fine. You don't do that. That's not your thing.
But the thing is, we are like-minded. Like we almost like what we call it a hive mind.
Yeah.
Like
more
we think
similar
alike.
than we are different.
Right. We think alike.
Right.
Like
we're connected in a way that's the same, that's healthy. But we could definitely respect each other's individuality. So I could separate the two. We're aligned in the things we need to be aligned with. Because I like vanilla and you like chocolate, it's not a beef. That's not a deal breaker. Or whatever's the case. You know what I mean? Like y'all be too locked in on the little small things and not the big things. Like, she talking about this woman is crazy. I'm just blown.
But, I just, you know what? Just find you someone that's in alignment with you, whether you a woman, man. Well, you as a woman, be in alignment with him because that's our role. And then as a man, you got to find a woman that's ready to get on your program and be in alignment with you. She should be telling you what to do. Now, we are a trusted advisor. If you find a woman that you trust enough, you should be able to trust her input and voice and whatnot. But this is how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
That's what the Lord intended. So you can go look at all the major religions and things like that. That's how it intends. That's how he intended it. Yep. So no matter what you believe,
it was drawn up one
which
way.
God you subscribe to,
that didn't matter.
It's the same thing.
One way. There's one blueprint for that. So you can fight it all you want and try to rearrange the properties like this one here.
Right.
And I would really like to see what her DMs look like. That would be a beautiful thing.
So no matter who you subscribe, what Lord you subscribe to, God, it is similar across the board. So that's how, like T said, it was
universal.
It's universal.
One way. There's one path, no matter who's the messenger, who's the God, whatever you call that entity or those beings like that, it still was drawn up the same way. Again, more similarity than difference in that regard. So anybody who wants to fight against that, that's new age science
it's nature.
There you go. Science versus nature.
Right.
They're talking about in the chemical way, in the in a metaphysical form of a scientific plane, you could exist as partners and all that. That's not how it goes, guys. Ward off, stay away from this BS. In a nutshell, this one here, toxic. Stay away. It's no good properties here. And I guess we'll leave it right there. So you guys heard what we think. More importantly, we want to know what you guys think. So jump down in the comments. Let us know if you agree, disagree. We were on base, off base. We are 360-degree thinkers on this platform. Free thought is always celebrated and promoted here. Number one, leave a like, sub up on your way out if you so choose to. And hopefully we'll be back with some more of this Kendra G dating show foolishness, because this one was rough. She threw me for a loop. But we appreciate y'all for coming out. We had a great show. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night and be safe.